What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It is a beautiful, I guess it's still summer evening here in Findlay, Ohio. And Ginger Yeti and I are hanging out in the shed getting ready to check out a new beer. What's going on, my brother?
It's after Labor Day. It's fall in my book.
When does it officially fall? Not till like late,
I have
couple
no
more
idea.
weeks?
I have no idea, but Labor Day seems to be like the marker for me for when it switches to fall.
Yeah.
Memorial
Summer
Day
begins Memorial Day, ends with Labor Day.
Yes.
Well, except here, because we start school in August, which is just
bizarre.
Philly, you never start it till usually like the Monday after Labor Day or the Tuesday or whatever it was, like after Labor. Is it Labor Day always a Monday?
I don't think anybody ever started school till after Labor Day, and it's just changed over the years.
Florida, they used to. Like when I was a kid, my brother got sent to live with my dad in Florida for a year because he was bad. And he started like weeks before we did. And I remember being like, ha ha ha, you're at school in Florida, it's 130. But that was a different time. All right, let's get on to this beer here. This is from Magic Road Brewing, and this is called Bock Lord Hallelujah. Where in the world did you find this? I never heard of Magic Road Brewing.
So when I was in Krakow, Poland, I walked into this store called Premium Brands, which sounds kind of like a bougie whiskey or cigar or some kind of other store.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like where you buy fake Dolce & Gabbana bags or something.
Or that too. And this place was just loaded with craft beers, all kind of Polish craft beers. There must have been 1,000 different Polish craft beers.
Oh, this is the one you talked about.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bought a handful of beers, but knowing that I was already pushing the weight limits of my bags, I couldn't just go hog wild and buy everything I wanted to, because I only had space to bring a couple beers home. And this is one of the last beers I had from Poland. I drank the other ones over there and brought this one back.
Now, this is interesting. This is a Bock beer with truffles. Have you ever had a truffle beer?
No, that's why I picked this up. That's what caught my eyes, the truffles, having truffles as an adjunct.
I've never seen that, brother. Have you ever had truffles?
I've had truffle oil.
I have too, but I don't know if it was really truffle oil. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's something you bought.
I mean, allegedly it had truffles on like pizza or some nonsense, but who knows if it's real.
So, I mean, truffles should have like an earthy, mushroomy kind of taste to it. It's generally not my taste profile, to be brutally honest, but I'd be thrilled to try it. Now, the other interesting thing is on the can here, it says ALK 7.4, which we kind of pretty easily figured out as the ABV. And it said BLG 18. What was it, BLG? You said it was the sugar or something?
Like the sugar, the wort or whatever, the sugar in the wort.
I wonder if, is that original gravity? Is it the same thing? I mean, I'm unaware of that one.
Now I have to look again because we
looked it up.
We looked it up.
But this is the first Friday of football. Eagles
then
play the Packers, so I might be missing a bit.
I've now probably lost it again.
Now, I'll say this. It says...
It describes the amount of sugar in the wort.
But
that's what BLG stands for.
Okay. So the amount of sugar...
But that just sounds like the official, like the specific gravity to me.
Well, I mean, usually take the original gravity and then like the final gravity and do the math there, which I never actually do.
Right.
And hope that it doesn't kill me.
So that was 18 BLG.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
I don't know if that's high or low. I'm unaware. Now, it's a Bock beer, so it should be a little sweeter, you think. It should be maltier. Also, it says, dark, pasteurized, unfiltered beer. All right. Ingredients, water, barley malts, hop, truffles, and yeast. Now, the thing that I would be interested, maybe truffles are cheap in Poland or abundant, and I don't know. But truffles are pretty expensive, generally.
Yes.
So I'm guessing it's probably going to be a light bit of truffle oil or something similar. Or maybe truffles are abundant in Poland and it's a bag full of truffles. I don't know.
Maybe they're like diamonds and it's just artificially inflated prices.
It could well be. Now, the interesting thing about this, like I said, 7.4% ABV, does pretty well on the socials.
Before you open it, I do appreciate that on this can here, it has a best before date.
Ah, yeah, it does.
January 17th of 2025.
So we're well within date.
Nice to see them put a best before date or best by date.
Well, the one cool thing is it's easily readable.
Yes.
Like if you look, there's a little white bar and it's easily readable. Half the ones you get in the U.S., it'll be printed down here. Half the time it's on the lip thing and you can't even read the damn date. And it's
Or it's some
if it
crazy
doesn't actually
date code.
print here, it's absolutely pointless.
Right. Or it's some crazy date code that you can't figure out.
Some of them use a Julian thing, right? Didn't we find that out recently? Some of them use a Julian date method, which is cool, but no regular human knows that. So The fuck use is it, dudes? I get it, but come on, man. And the other thing, Magic wrote here, when I looked this up on Untappd, it said this was a contract brewery. So contract breweries, for those who don't know, are breweries where basically other folks pay them and brew their beers at their place. So that's kind of interesting because then I don't know, is Magic Road the brewer or just a place where it was brewed? There's a lot of stuff here in Polish, but unfortunately I don't speak Polish, so, you know, maybe it says it here somewhere on the back, but I don't know. I doubt it, though, because most of this is...
I think everything is in English if you look hard enough.
Except for the bottom. Yeah.
The bottom's in English.
Well, I mean the address.
Oh, the address.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe somebody will know something about this brewery and be able to tell us.
Let me see. The use by date is also the making and production batch. Well, we know that. Yeah, it doesn't tell us. So if you know what's up with this Magic Road, I mean, is that the actual guys that, not just the brewery, but the folks that sold it or what? I don't know. If there's any Polish viewers, holler at us.
Do you have a lot of Polish fans?
No, I did have some Polish students. I taught a class in Kosovo 2 summers ago, and I met some really cool dudes from Poland that were there taking the class. So I don't know. Maybe I know they subbed. I doubt they watch it regularly, but if they do, holler at your boy. Tell me if you've ever heard of this. Can is kind of neat. There's what looks like is that like a skull on a ram's head or something?
Yeah, some sort of skull and horns and devilish kind of thing.
It's red and black kind of motif. It's just kind of hard to, I think, probably pick up.
That's got an interesting smell in it.
Is that truffles?
Get your nose in there.
That's weird.
At first, I thought it was like that raisiny boozy, but it's not. It's...
Well, I mean, I think Bocks generally give off that raisiny, boozy, kind of malty thing, but there's something else on top of that, which is like, it has to be the truffles.
Like earthy.
Which would be the truffles, like mushrooms, earthy, that kind of feel.
Like earthy, raisiny.
Yeah, like I said, the raisiny, boozy thing is usually Bock. And then I think that extra that mushroomy, earthy bit is probably the truffle. Smells okay. I don't think it's off-putting, do you?
No, it's not off-putting. It's different.
Like I said, I don't think I've ever had a truffle beer, so...
No, I've never had a truffle beer, and it's...
Let's go.
That's just kind of weird.
Stop trying to give it the business with the schnoz. Let's just taste this. Go. Thank you for bringing us back.
I'm trying to give it a proper rating here.
Thank you for bringing us back from Poland. Now,
look at the color.
Ratings-wise, I don't know if we mentioned this. Untappd had a 3.24 with 476 ratings. Beer Advocate, nada. Color, all right, yeah, we didn't do that. Brew HQ chart.
I don't even know what that is. It's in the brown realm.
It's harder at night because you don't have the natural light. Yeah, it's brownish up to
Brownish
the light.
red.
It looks a little, yeah, it got that ruby hue up in the red. If I'm breaking this out around here somewhere, low 20s.
Yeah, low 20s for sure.
22 or 3-ish.
I'll agree to that.
Something like that. I'm sure it looks... We were talking about this earlier. Usually when you see them in person and then when you see them on the camera, they always look way darker.
They always look way darker on camera.
Even when I start matching up the little square thing for the corner with the beer, I'm like, it doesn't look like that. But it doesn't look the same on camera, so I don't know. That's completely wrong.
Because we have the light coming towards us, and we're looking through the light at the beer. And on camera, the camera's looking from the same direction as the light.
The more you know.
No head hardly at all on this. Just like a little thin thing around the edges.
Kind of tannish color, but not much.
If you move this around a little bit, it looks very carbonated. You see what I'm talking about? Like tilt it back and forth kind of actively.
Agitate it.
No, not that. Jesus. No, but if you just move it back and forth like this, you see like all this carbonation up here real quick.
Well, I just shook it a little. You're seeing the bubbles now.
Yeah.
So it's you can't really...
You just shook it and spilled it everywhere.
Listen, this is why we have these towels, brother. Look at this.
This is 2 beers in a row you've spilled everywhere.
That's all right. It's a big towel. I haven't used the whole thing up, brother. It's only a tiny bit of it. And to be fair, the other was a mini keg. That's not on me. Let's do this. Drink it up. Let's see what it tastes like.
I still can't get over the smell.
It's different. It's different.
Yeah, it is. You ready to finally taste it?
Yeah. Let's do it. Now, I will say this. Hold on. Before we go, We looked this up on Beer Advocate, and you know how they give the descriptors? The descriptors were strong, oily, skunky, alcoholic, and gassy. That has to be the 5 worst descriptors I have ever seen on a beer. Usually there's like 3 good ones and maybe a crappy one. All 5 are crap, which is bizarre because it gets a 3.24. Let's do it.
We'll find out.
I was seeing how you say cheers in Polish, and I just let it go because I forgot. Is it Nostrovia or something like in Russian? Is it the same? I don't want to say that and then they hate me.
No. It's something with a lot of P's and Z's and...
Ooh.
It's different.
First things first, body.
Gassy.
Body's relatively light, but gassy.
It's very light. But you do get that carbonation, but the carbonation isn't... You know it's there, but it's not crazy.
The other thing for me, for 7.4%, which I think maybe for some of the European viewers might be high because they're used to drinking kind of lower beers, 5 is kind of average here. So 7.4 is definitely above average. But we drink higher beers than this all the time. And later we'll be drinking one way bigger than this.
Yes.
At like 60%. I think this is boozy as hell for 7.4, personally. What do you think?
Yeah, surprisingly, for 7.4%, you do know this is a higher ABV beer.
I think
it's not over the top crazy boozy. It's not like a big bourbon barrel aged 15% alcohol beer, but you do know there's alcohol in this.
In my opinion, more than it should. You know what I mean? For a 7.4, it tastes boozier than a 7.4. I think you definitely pick up that funky, weird raisin taste, too. You get some sweetness, you get some raisiny, like what I associate with Bock beers, and then you get that big booziness. I'm on the fence with this one, to be brutally honest.
There's also some earthiness in there.
Again, probably what the truffles are supposed to be.
Like,
do you think it adds to this, or is it distracting?
Like oily, I kind of get that oiliness too.
I think it's like slick.
Yeah.
This almost give me like barley wine vibes, dude.
Yeah, that is
like
kind
that
of like
big sweet, kind of like it's almost like that stomach bile sweetness with that weird earthy taste. Like, I don't know, man.
This is reminiscent of barley wine.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with this. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of funny. The last review I think on Untappd was a 0.25. Now I don't think it's that bad. Obviously,
it's not a 0.25 bad.
No. I mean, let's be fair. Most things aren't a 0.25. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Again, the truffle thing is kind of a curveball because I really don't have much to compare it to because I don't think I've ever had a truffle beer. I've had a lot of Bock beers, and to some extent, it's Bock-ish. But I think it plays up the negative aspects of a Bock, minus the nice malty, caramelly, sweet thing that kind of balances out that raisiny, kind of higher ABV thing. And to me, I'm not sure how I feel about this, honestly. To me, it's probably an eh. What do you think?
You're right, this is barley wine-esque. I mean, almost reminiscent of those harvest ales.
That's still in the fridge?
No.
Oh, the Scottish ones or whatever.
Whatever those little tiny mini bottle harvest ale things were.
That tastes like bandages?
No, they tasted worse than that. This is disappointing. I mean, I like Bock beers. And I expected a nice, full, good Bock beer with maybe some weird, interesting flavor to it. And it's just not there. I mean...
It's a cool concept. It just misses.
Yeah, it was cool to try it. I mean... Yeah, I give it an eh as well. It's just interesting concept. But it just misses the mark.
Now, to be fair, it's only 476 check-ins on Untappd. So... Obviously, super cool to try this, so I appreciate you bringing it back, my brother. And look, man, this is the beauty of beer. They're not all home runs, right? Like, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are eh. And that's all right. That's how the world goes, man.
And of course, the one Polish beer I bring back out of the ones I bought is the one that's the worst of the other ones.
Could have been a Tyskie or some bullshit.
I could have brought one of those back.
That you can get at a gas station.
But the other beers I've had over there were phenomenal. Amazing beers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we did that 4-pack of those ones that was Komis. Or it's Komes. I assume it's like Komish. Maybe it's Komesh. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I thought they were freaking world-class beers. Where did we get those at? I think I got them. Did I get them over here? Over the road? Or were they in BG or somewhere?
I thought maybe we picked them up at like Super Liquor 4 or...
I don't remember where we got them. But those were... I got them. Well, we got them. And I thought, that'll be 4 shitty beers, but they're Polish, should be neat. And I was like, wow, they were all amazing.
Or that place in Monroe that went to shit.
Oh, that became a wine place. This all right. I mean, it is what it is. Thrilled to be able to try it. Thanks for sharing it. 2 ands for the beer. Hopefully you don't think our videos, but that's okay. You can. Unless you're in England or other places. Then I would be offended by it, and it would now be illegal for you to give my beer, my video an That's right. That's right. I'm going to tell Keir Starmer they're coming after you, brother. Don't dislike me because I will take offense. But if you don't want to go to prison in the UK, hit like. I'm going to have to edit this shit because it's getting wild. But hey, thank you for checking in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out the Ginger Yeti's channel. I have a link to him down below. I'll throw his logo up here somewhere. I'll have to see where I can fit it in between our giant heads. If you've had this, let us know what you think about it. I doubt you have because only, like I said, 476 check-ins anywhere. But the one thing we're learning is the Polish craft beer scene is a lot better than we thought it was. This might be, but those others we had were pretty good. So if there's any other great Polish beers we should be looking for, especially ones we can find in the U.S., let us know, man. Let us know. Hey, till next time.
Cheers.